Hi guys, Matt V's Movies back for another video, and today I thought we'd do just a little Matt's chat. Talk about a little subject that I think, us fellow collectors all get this at points, and it's kind of the stress of collecting. I think all at times we can find it a bit overwhelming, the amount of releases that are announced. Steelbooks, 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs, collector's editions, and it's about sort of a little chat, just sort of how I deal with the sort of collecting these editions and how I go about what I think is the best course of action to take. So we're going to discuss this today on the channel. So welcome back. So the stress of collecting. As of recording this, it's the end of June, and we're sort of midway through the summer now, and we've already sort of seen throughout the year 2024, some collector's editions already being announced, steelbooks, films that have come out at the cinema already. We're seeing that release window shorten, very quickly now from pretty much the cinema. Day of release at the cinema, you're getting an announcement for the physical release, and we're also seeing catalogue titles sort of spread throughout the year now, and already we're starting to see the titles sort of for September and some for October. And as we sort of go through the year, sort of July, August, you're going to start seeing more and more pre-orders for collector's editions with the run up to Christmas. A very busy time in the physical media world for collectors. The retailers, they know this. They know that they're sort of targeting us as collectors, and that sort of October, November, December time is a very busy time in the retail industry, and they obviously want to capture as much income from these releases. So how do we deal with this sort of stress that we put on ourselves? I think it's very easy now with the internet to get sort of influenced in a lot of ways by YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the social media platforms. And I do think we do influence each other. There's also websites, Blu-ray.com, Zavvi, HMV. There's also a website called Steelbook News, and as soon as a new release comes on there, they're advertising it, they're giving you the links, all this kind of thing. I think a lot of us do jump on these releases straight away with a sort of maybe a little bit of FOMO sort of kicking in, thinking, if I don't pre-order it now, I might miss out. And for some time I was like that. I've actually now kind of realised that a lot of this stuff is not selling out, or it will become available later down the line. You will find it. You just got to be patient. And this is the key thing for me, is patience. How long am I willing to wait? And to be honest, I'm pretty much willing to wait for a year, maybe 2 years, 6 months. I'm not in a rush anymore. And I think when you take that pressure off of yourself, the need to get something straight away, it really lifts sort of a weight from your shoulders. Why are we all rushing to get something straight away? What is the real drive behind it. Okay, yeah, you can get it day of release, or it gets shipped a few days early. You might not be able to watch it straight away, or you might be able to watch it that weekend. And I guess, yeah, you get the feeling that I'm one of the first people to watch this. But that sort of soon fades, doesn't it? Are we just kidding ourselves that, there's this desire to get things quickly before anyone else? And again, I've thought about this a lot. And for me, I'd leave all that behind. Occasionally there might be a film that I really want to see, sort of very near release. I went to see Dune 2. I was very determined to go and see that at the cinema. Absolutely thought it was a fantastic experience. But it's rare for me to go to the cinema now. It has to be a special film for that cinema experience. I did pick up the film on pre-order, and it did come on the day of release, I believe. I think it was HMV that sent it out, Steelbook. Now that was, probably 4 to 6 weeks ago. I've still not seen it. I will get round to watching it. Probably one of the reasons was I was in the middle of this cinema room build, so I couldn't really get to it. I wanted to see it on my big projector screen. But again, do I really need to see it straight away? I'd been to the cinema a few months ago. The experience was still very fresh in my mind. Do we really need to be rushing to get all of these things? And I think that's a question that everyone has to answer for themselves. If you're feeling stressed about this sort of stuff, maybe it's time to take a step back and really sort of think about your viewing habits, your collecting habits. Do you really need to purchase everything on day one of release? Another idea I've had: why not limit yourself per month to a certain amount of films? Financially, there's so many different releases coming out, and most people have a budget to stick to. We have bills that we all have to pay. And, I think that's a very good way of sort of setting limits within your own budget. Taking that pressure off yourself to think, well, okay, I don't necessarily need to get this particular release this month. I can wait a few months. And you might find that actually in a few months' time that those releases are in a special offer, like the 2 for 30 deal. Retailers seem to discount things fairly quickly, certainly within 6 months. Something that came out in sort of March, April time, by the time we're hitting sort of October, November time, and we're getting into the Black Friday deals, the sort of Christmas run up, when they want to increase sales, some of this stuff they're wanting to clear the stock from new stock coming in, so they'll reduce it. So why not think about that? Think, well, okay, I don't necessarily need this film straight away. I'll wait. I'll get it 6 months down the line. Or I can buy second hand. I can go onto eBay. I can look at auctions. Sometimes you can get lucky on an auction and you can get something for a really good price. The downside of auctions is you can overpay. You get caught up in the auction madness. But again, set yourself a limit. Think, no, I will only bid up to this. If it goes, it goes to a high bidder. It'll be available again. A lot of this stuff is all up here. It really is. And I think a lot of it is discipline, feeling that you don't necessarily need to pick it up straight away. You're not going to lose out on it. It will become available again. Retailers have a crafty way of saying something's gone out of stock, but then several months later, or even weeks later, we suddenly found some more. don't always fall for their sort of limited stock of stuff. Yes, limited editions are nice. They, again, give you a feeling that, well, this particular edition, there's only so many of them. But again, even if they all sell out straight away, you'll be able to pick this stuff up again on eBay further down the line. Don't pay the silly prices. It's crazy, you know, scalpers and all the rest of it. But eventually you'll find that the prices will drop and you'll be able to find a bargain. And for me, actually finding a bargain is far more of an achievement than actually getting something on the day of release and thinking, wow, I've got this straight away, I can watch it straight away before anyone else. I've kind of eradicated that from my mind now. For me, it's more about getting the bargain. So maybe try and think about doing that for yourselves. I'm just putting this video out there just to try and help people that maybe are sort of feeling a bit overwhelmed at times with the stress of collecting. There's no need to get stressed about it. It should be fun. You know, the hobby should be fun. Keep within your means, keep within your budget. Don't get carried away. Just be disciplined. So, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Just a little bit of a chat. I think it's good to talk. You know, us fellow collectors. You know, it's a great little hobby. And yeah, why not let's chat about these kind of things. So if you do like this sort of video and you're new here, why not consider subscribing to the channel by hitting the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you'll be informed when I upload a new video like this. Thanks for returning subscribers. Really do appreciate you supporting the channel. Really appreciate if you could give us a thumbs up. That really does help out. Well, helps me out. It tells YouTube that you like these sorts of videos, pushes the video out to other people. So yeah, you know, hopefully it'll get to a wider audience, and yeah, maybe it'll help somebody, this video, I don't know. But anyway, well, that's the end of the video, guys. Take care and see you in the next one.